So ain't this world effed up? You want to build credit, but you need credit in order to do so. But in order to get the credit, they talking about you need a good credit score. How I'm gonna do that if I can't even get a credit card? In this video, I want to talk about the Perch credit app. It's been getting a lot of attention because Jay-Z is an investor in it. So I want to talk about that. How does it work? How many points can you actually see your credit improve by, right? Because we don't want to do all this work for no reason. I also want to talk about Experian Boost, which is something kind of similar where you can actually improve your credit without having to apply for some sort of debt. So please stick around for all that and more. It's Crystal with the Cash Compass. All right, welcome back. I am here to teach you all the things that you should have learned in school about money, but for whatever reason, they forgot to mention it. If you love all things personal finance, investing in economics, you're going to want to subscribe. It's right down there. Wherever the button is, find it. Go ahead and hit that and make sure you hit the bell too, all right? Let's get into it. All right, so what is the Perch credit app? Okay, first of all, it's Black owned. We love to see that, right? And it was founded in 2019. Now, of course, it didn't, at least I haven't heard about it. It hasn't been on my radar until I heard recent news that Jay-Z has actually invested some money into this. This app is going to be a super all-in-one tool helping you build your credit and actually keep track of your credit. All the features haven't been rolled out yet, so what you can definitely get from it, at least right now, is using your bills such as Netflix or even your rent, and that'll actually go towards your credit. Because if you did not know, really only things that go on your credit score is loans, right? So if you get a mortgage, if you get an auto loan, if you get a credit card, those things are included on your credit score. And the only way you'll ever have like something like Netflix or maybe your Verizon wireless bill, the only way those will ever show up on your credit now in a traditional way is if you get sent to collections, right? So they won't track any of your positive payment history, but baby, you better believe if you don't pay and you are sent to collections, that will show up on your credit score. But Perch credit app said, nah, we gonna get credit for all things good or bad, all right? Now, all the features of this app have not yet rolled out, but what you will expect to see in the future is also savings goals, right? So you can track your savings goals, you can track your expenses, and eventually, or maybe right now, I have to double check, but you'll be able to track your credit score as well. So I've tried to sign up before recording this video because I wanted to give you guys a full experience, but apparently I was thrown in some sort of cohort, okay, which I did not even know what that meant until my research for this video. But basically, I'm put in a group. Right now, I have not yet had access to the app, so you'll expect to see the same thing. I'm in cohort 15, so if you're in there too, hey friend. But basically, once you get out of this group, you'll be able to use the app. You should be able to link your banking information to this app, and whatever recurring expenses come out of your account will be tracked and reported to the credit bureaus. It can also collect data from 2 years back, so you might not want to use this if you were not being so financially responsible, right? Because it's going to report anything. So you want to be careful and you want to make sure that you have on-time, you want to make sure that you have on-time payments because you don't want to negatively impact your score when you're trying to improve it. Like for all of that, don't even bother, you can watch one of my other videos. This app is good for anybody, whether you have good credit or not, but obviously if you have credit that is a little bit challenged, you'll probably benefit from this much more, right? Because you can get to take advantage of on-time payments that you're making from your other accounts. So if you have no credit at all, you're the perfect candidate for this and for Experian Boost, which I'm going to mention in a little bit. Because this way you'll have at least something on your credit, at least something is being reported, so that when you go to get your credit card or get your car loan, they can see some sort of responsibility, right? You are responsible because you are making your payments on time and you're getting credit for that. And honestly, if you needed a reason to, now you have a reason to keep your Netflix account. Everybody wins. So what are the pros and cons? Honestly, I think that, of course, a huge and obvious pro is that you're getting credit for the regular bills that you pay. I think that's how it kind of should be because that does show some sort of track record of how good you are with money and how good you are with recurring expenses, because any loan is going to be a recurring expense for the most part, at least at a personal level. We typically get into loans and we pay them off on a monthly basis or something like this, right? So obviously, if you're getting credit for all your monthly expenses, that's a beautiful thing. And it's nice because you don't have to actually get your credit pulled in order to build your credit, because if you did not know, with traditional things like your credit cards, you have to get your credit pulled. Your credit might be impacted a couple of points, whether you get approved or not, right? Your credit's going to take a small, point hit. But in this way, you don't necessarily have to get anything affecting your credit. No credit pulls are necessary. So that's that's pretty legit. But as far as the cons go, the cohort thing is kind of blowing mine because I signed up for this, I would say maybe like 5 days ago or so, and I still haven't been let in. And as I was looking through comments, a lot of people were also in this cohort a few days before I was, and nada, they haven't been let in the app yet. And when you look at the reasoning, they basically in so many words tell you, we want you to have the perfect experience, so we have to do this in groups. But it's like, the fact that I'm in this group is making it a non-perfect experience. Okay, like I want to get in, I want to get it started, papa. Like, what is the holdup? So another con is, unfortunately, I haven't really seen much success stories. And of course, the app is relatively new. 2019 is not really a long time for it to be out. And now that Jay-Z has backed it, of course, it's going to get some more traction now. But because of that, there weren't many success stories. When I was looking kind of through the reviews and doing my research, a lot of people were having like very general comments about it. Like, oh, this is great. What a great app. This is going to help so many people. But it's like, where are the receipts? I want to see people who actually have improvements from this, right? Because you don't want to jump into something, go and put your banking information in, you're accepting all these terms and conditions that you did not read and all of that just to not even have an impact on your credit score, right? So I think I would like to see some more success stories, maybe on their website, like show me how much points you have helped people increase their score by. Another con, and honestly, this is only a con if you were kind of choosing between getting this or a credit card, but another con is that, of course, with this, you don't get really any kind of benefits. When you have a car loan, the benefit is obviously the car. Mortgage, the benefits, obviously the house. Credit card, the benefits are you have extended protections, warranties, you get points, you get travel credits, whatever. You get a whole bunch of different stuff. With this, you obviously don't get anything, right? But that's okay because this is not intended to necessarily be that kind of product. It's supposed to help you with your credit. So I think it's really focusing on people who would like to get those benefits, but they just can't get there yet because they need a push. They need an improvement in their credit score before they can actually get those kind of perks through those different type of debt products. So although that is a con, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Once you build your credit, you can go out there and get everything that I just mentioned. This is actually supposed to help you get to that point. So it's kind of a con, but it also kind of is not a big deal to me. Another con is that it is only for Apple iPhone users right now, which if you ain't an Apple iPhone user, we can still be friends, I guess. All right, so similar to the Perch credit app, Experian, which is one of the 3 credit bureaus, also has their own kind of, I guess, service that's similar to this, and it's called Experian Boost. Now, same story with this. You can use Netflix, you can use some other like utility bills and stuff to help build your credit. It is by Experian, so they boast that they can improve your credit immediately, right? Because with the Perch credit app, they have to report your bills to the credit bureaus, but this is a credit bureau. All right, so you're kind of cutting out the middleman, so to speak. If you're going to put your information on Experian Boost, you will see a automatic boost to your credit score. Hopefully, right? Hopefully you're not linking bad credit, bad payment history on here, but you should be able to see a instant boost. Now, when I was doing my research, they said that they were able to increase people's score by an average of 12 points, which to me was anticlimactic and super underwhelming. If you're kind of on the cusp between like, maybe fair and good or like average, whatever, like if you're on the like kind of the cusp, like on that line, you need to just get a little bit of an edge over, then that's definitely beneficial. But I don't really feel like 12 points is gonna really be life changing. I'm sorry. And I wasn't able to find that information on the Perch credit app, but it's pretty much one and the same. So I would imagine that you would probably see similar results if you are using Perch credit app versus if you're using the Experian Boost app, once you get past the cohort, of course. It works pretty much the same way as the Perch credit app does. You're going to link your banking information, and as long as you authorize them to continuously scan your bank account information, they'll be able to continuously report your good payment history. So of course you can back out of this whenever you want to. Like, let's say you link your account and you realize, oh wait, my credit score actually went down because of this. There's no harm, no foul. Just unlink your bank account, and then you can go right back to the credit score that you had previously. Now, another thing to know about this is that it only works on the FICO 8 model. If you did not know, FICO has a couple of different models. I actually talked about their newest one in this video up here, so you definitely want to check that out. But basically, while FICO 8 is a widely used, it's like I think the most widely used one, Some companies don't use that, right? Like some mortgage lenders don't use the FICO 8 model. So you might not really see this boost across every single lender. So what is my opinion on this? Overall, I think it really doesn't make or break anything. I think if you are, like I mentioned, kind of in that in between, and this will help you edge you over into like good credit or excellent credit or even fair credit. If this will kind of push you over into the next bucket, then why not? Let me actually pop the buckets right here so you can see. Based on your credit score, if you think 10 points will get you where you need to be, then definitely do it. There's no harm, there's no foul. If you don't like what it did for you, you can unlink it. So there's no commitment for people who have commitment issues out here, okay? This is for you. Worst case, if you don't like it, like I said, you can just back out of it. If you do like it, that's cool too. You want to make sure that you are being very consistent, of course, with your bills so that you can continuously improve your credit score. But if you're looking for more perks and things like that, then you're probably better off going the traditional route, and that's kind of like by getting a credit card or some other loan. In my personal experience, Capital One, although they're a little bit stingy, like they don't really give you credit increases that quickly, at least with my experience, they were the first credit card to actually approve me. So I definitely think that if you guys are looking for a first-time credit card, try Capital One. Discover has credit cards for people who are just starting off. I have, a lot of videos on my channel about credit cards if you guys want some more information on that. But overall, I think both of these services would work. I think you could try either one of them, or I'm not even sure if you could do both, but why not try both of them? See what works for you, because we're all trying to improve our credit so that we can kind of get a little bit further in life, right? Like if you want to rent, you need your credit. If you want a car, you need your credit, for the most part, if you don't have cash. So I don't think it hurts, but let me know your thoughts. Do you guys think this is a good idea? Are you going to try it? Let me know, because I want to hear from you. But that will do it. If you like this video, then please be sure to like this video and share it with your friends, your auntie, your mama, everybody, okay? And if you have nothing else going on, you know what to do. Go ahead and binge watch me. And until next time, keep your money up.